that a brand new dress you're wearing? A little black number to catch more than a few men staring. Someone special, we both know it ain't me. For everything we had together, come on baby, please can you wait till I'm gone? Just 1 minute more, let me grab my keys, get at least 1 foot out that door before you start to burn my memory down. Let me get my heart in the car and get on out of town. It's over and I know you're moving on. Can you wait till I'm gone? Won't you give me a head start before the first of the tears start coming? On a highway out there, somewhere between 1 mile and 100. I don't have to see you see me breaking down. You've got your new life, and all I'm asking now, can you wait till I'm gone? Just 1 minute more, let me grab my keys, get at least 1 foot out that door before you start burn my memory down. Let me get my heart in the car and get on out of town. It's over and I know you're moving on. Can you wait till I'm gone?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
I stood there in the rain and I watched you get on that plane. I heard goodbye, have a nice life, and then you flew away. 3 weeks and I'm still a mess on repeat. Yeah, I guess over's gonna take a while, 'cause baby you just keep on going, but you still got a ways to go to get on out of my memory and further down the road. You're still rolling around here in my head. By now I should be moving on, but you keep going, but you're still not gone. You don't let me have a moment's rest. You haunt me like you never left. I see a suitcase in the same place you used to lay your head. I watched you pack it, yeah, I was there, it happened. But girl, I swear you're leaving me every day. On but you still got a ways to go to get on out of my memory and further down the road. You're still rolling around here in my head. By now I should be moving on, but you keep going, girl, you keep going, but you're still not gone.
Morris, that is a great song called Goin' Goin'. Before that, another one called Wait Till I'm Gone. And we will have one more coming up in just a moment because it is Triple Play Thursday tonight. Welcome to a Triple Play Thursday edition of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, broadcasting live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world, and live on our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We've got a couple of great radio interviews for you tonight. First up, at the bottom half of this first hour, I'll be talking to David Wills. He's a great singer and a great songwriter. Wrote Wild Horses for Garth Brooks and a bunch of other songs he has written for artists that you will know when we talk to him tonight. And then in hour number 2, at the bottom half of the hour, I'll be talking to Brooklyn Blackmore from Canada. She is a fantastic artist and a super talented young lady too. So we get to hear the stories behind their songs, and every artist on the show gets played 3 times in a row tonight. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. I want to give a big thank you to all of the other stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, also from Belgium, WVMIradio.com, realradio.us, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland. We are affiliated with bigrecords.world/radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, and RadicalOnlineRadio.com. We are also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Alexa, ask her to play KICR Indie Country Radio because we are on Amazon Music as well. Just Google Today's Country with Tim Kelly and see what happens. I've done it, and we are probably the first 10 on Google, so that is a cool deal. Let's get one more from Donis Morris. His third single is called One Drink In on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
The ice ain't even melted in my glass. It feels like barely any time has passed. Who needs conversation? I know what you're saying. Baby, when you look at me like that. Only one drink in and I'm already all over you and you're all over me. Only playing one song and it's on. Got 1,000 of your red wine lipstick kisses on my neck. And we ain't even gotten started yet. Oh no, I'm gone just one drink in. It's going down, and I'm not sure I even need another round. I've never felt this, never, and I can't imagine ever feeling better than I do right now. Only one drink in, I'm already all over you and you're all over me. Only playing one song and it's on. Got 1,000 of your red wine on my neck, and we ain't even gotten started
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Taking off the ball cap, drink beer instead of champagne. Free time means fishing on the lake. Good dog in an old truck. Football was their first love. Little work trying to settle them down, but there's something about them boys with a little twang saying, hey, two-finger wave down a two-lane, baby. Singing along to some country gold. Shooting the bull over something cool. Sounds more than a little like his old man. There's something sexy about the way he says yes, man. Even sweeter when you hear him sweet talk. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. Going out is somewhere you can dance slow. Flowers you get, they pick 'em on the way home. They say it all without saying too much. No, you can't get enough of them boys with a little twang saying, hey, two-finger wave down a two-lane, baby. Singing along to some country gold. Shooting the bull over something cool. Sounds more than a little like his old man. There's something sexy about the way he says yes, man. Even sweeter when you hear him sweet talk. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. Yes, you do. You fall fast for him. Good dog and an old truck. Football was their first love. Little work trying to settle them down, but there's something about them boys with a little twang saying, hey, two-finger wave down a two-line, baby. Singing along to some country gold. Shooting the bull over something cool. Sounds more than a little like his old man. There's something sexy about the way he says yes, man. Even sweeter when you hear him sweet talk. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw. You fall fast for a boy with the slow draw.
Song number 2.
I saw some blonde hair blowing out your shotgun window. You even went and cleaned up your truck. I heard she's vegan and she grew up on the West Coast. Just like that, I ain't mad we broke up. Don't know her, but I know you. I hate to be the one to break the news. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her in the saddle, fix her up with some tackle, but she don't know the first thing to do. Won't fix your biscuits like you like 'em. You can wish and you can try, but you can't small town or big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. You either grew up like we did or you didn't. You don't teach a whippoorwill to sing. Take her way out and do some nitty-gritty fishing, but it'll never turn her into me.
Miss Jenna Paulette. She is from the great state of Texas, and she is great. That is called Country in the Girl, and before that, a great tune called Slow Drawl. Well, I just want to make this quick announcement. We have a countdown timer on top of the live Spreaker radio player on our website, KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. It should be at 0 right now, which means we are live on the air doing Triple Play Thursday. And I'll tell you what, if we're not live on the air, something's wrong, because it is at 0. And I will reset it after the show to our next live show, which will be tomorrow night. And we'll call that New Music Friday. And we'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. Jenna Paulette, one more time. Her latest single is called You Ain't No Cowboy on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Cheyenne wind, blue green eyes with a whiskey grin. It's almost like you knew I had a heart to steal. Yeah, we danced till the lights came on. Kiss me slow to a George Strait song. I had no doubt that you were the real deal. You got the head, you got the cattle, you put girl fall. You got the boots, scars on your knuckle, but settling down don't win any buckles. You ain't no good at sticking it out for the long haul. Turns out you ain't no cowboy at all. They don't treat you like the next town. Call it home for a couple sundowns. Take your love, then head down the interstate. They don't make promises they can't keep. Don't say 3 words they don't mean. They don't end it with a text from Santa Fe. Cowboys ain't that way. You got the head, you got the cattle, you put 1,000,000 miles on that saddle. You sure know how to make a cowgirl fall. You got the boots, scars on your knuckle, but settling down don't win any buckles. You ain't no good at sticking it out for the long haul. Turns out you ain't no cowboy at Yeah, you got the head, you got the cattle, you put 1,000,000 miles on that saddle. You sure know how to make a cowgirl fall. You got the boots, scars on your knuckle, but settling down don't win any buckles. You ain't no good at sticking it out for the long haul. Turns out you ain't no cowboy at all. Turns out you ain't no cowboy at all.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Loving her is all I live for. Loving her, I'm the only man she wants to know, Lord, 'cause loving her is a one-man show. Now I'm a star in her arms, with her soft and warm. We're singing a song that no one else knows, 'cause loving her is a one-man show. She's the stage, she's the crowd, she's the words I sing out loud. And every time we do the show, it makes love stronger and lets it grow. Thank the Lord, she won't let go. She's holding on to her one-man show. I'm a star in her arms, with her body so soft and warm. We're singing a song that no one else knows, 'cause loving her is a one-man show. Loving her is a one-man show.
Song number 2.
Hey, I wanna love you. Hey, I wanna hug you. I wanna tease you. Hey, I wanna squeeze you. So come on back to me. Hey, I've been thinking what I've been missing. I've been thinking, ooh, you've been kissing. So come on back to me. Well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, I wanna kiss you. Hey, 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 I wanna squeeze you. Hey, 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 I've been thinking. Hey, hey, what I've been missing. Hey, I've been thinking. Hey, ooh, you've been kissing. Hey, well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Hey, 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 hey.
His name is Jonathan Lynn. Lynn, good friend of ours. That is a great tune, upbeat tune called Come Back to Me. And before that, another song called One Man Show. This program is a one-man show. Well, it was up till I do this next interview. We're going to have two gentlemen on here now. You're going to get me and a gentleman by the name of David Wills. Coming up next, after one more from Jonathan Lynn, great ballad here called Lovers, Partners, and Friends on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
It's been years since we said I do. Baby, I'm still in love with you. It keeps getting better each moment we share. Every waking hour I live my life for you. And I want you to know the love I feel for you. Deep in my soul, you're my lover, my partner, you're my best friend. We'll stay this way until forever's at an end. If you should ever doubt my love for you, you better think again. We're lovers, partners, and friends. Thank God for you every day of my life. You're the answer to my prayers. I want to show you how much you changed my life. I'm proud to be your man. And I want you to know I feel for you. Deep in my soul, you're my lover, my partner, you're my best friend. We'll stay this way until forever's at an end. If you should ever doubt my love for you, you better think again. We're lovers, partners, and friends. I know we fear sometimes and wonder, will our love survive as we grow old? My love for you couldn't be any stronger if I lived to be 100 years old. Girl, I need you to know you're my lover, my partner, you're my best friend. We'll stay this way until forever's at an end. If you should ever doubt my love for you, you better think again. We're lovers, partners, and friends. Girl, we are lovers, partners, and friends.
Jonathan Lynn, another great song, 3 in a row from him, and a great ballad there, Lovers, Partners, and Friends, and that is all from his brand new CD that is out called Image of Me. Go out and check it out and get that one. He is fantastic. Well, speaking of fantastic, I have the pleasure of speaking tonight to a gentleman by the name of David Wills. How are you, my friend?
Tim, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the radio program tonight. I sure do appreciate it. And
thank you, brother.
Yeah, reading your bio and everything, getting ready for the show tonight. I'm just blown away by the experience that you have in country music, especially as a songwriter. But when I was sent over, some files were sent to me, and I heard you sing, I was absolutely going to be able to interview you tonight and have you on the program. Been looking forward to this for a while.
Well, thank you. I have too. We've had a good time.
Yeah.
The last bunch of years in country music, and it's been very good to us. And
Yep, and I want to thank a gentleman that set this up that you're currently working with by the name of Wesley Fricks as well. Good friend of mine, and I really thank him for setting up the interview tonight.
Absolutely. Wesley's my business manager, and he's a good man, very good man, and very sharp as a tack.
Yep. Now, you are not new to the world of country music. In fact, you charted 21 songs, I believe I'm looking at, from 1974 to 1988. Well before my passion for country music and country radio even took off. That didn't happen until about 1990 for me, and I've been DJing country music off and on since then. But you have a bunch of library of songs of your own that are really, really good if you've been doing it for that long.
Well, I have. I've been doing it since 73, 74. I was 23 years old when I first got in the music business. And just a young guy. I was discovered by Charlie Rich in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep.
And he took me up to Nashville and got me a record deal with Epic Records, and I opened for him and toured with him for 2 years. And that's how I got broken in the music business. They pulled me straight out of Pulaski, Tennessee, and put me in a great old big airplane and flew everywhere and performed biggest stages in the country. It was crazy.
Man, he's one of my dad's favorites. He listened to him all the time, and I was about 10, 11 years old at that time. So, and you know, I listened to a lot of good country music back then. But I started DJing 80s music back in the 80s, and I went to broadcasting school in San Diego in 1986. But then about 4 years later, I married a gal from Oklahoma, southeast Oklahoma, from Ada, where Blake Shelton's from. And we lived down there for 20 years, and everybody listened to country music down there, close to Texas and all that. So that made me want to get into country radio, because I love radio. You know, I listened to Casey Kasem and Rick Dees and those guys growing up, but nothing like country radio. And so those top 40 countdowns Bob Kingsley used to do, miss him in radio, but I still love it. And you have written for a bunch of artists. I'm looking at Garth Brooks. You wrote Wild Horses for his No Fences album, and that was back in 90. And he's one of the reasons I got into country radio, because he's from Oklahoma. And then there's guys like Toby Keith and Vince Gill and all those guys coming up at the time. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good song for us right there. I can tell you a little story about that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bill Shore is my songwriting partner for over 40 years, and he and I co-wrote that song. And when Garth was first making it on the scene, he had his first album out, and we pitched Wild Horses over to him, and he really just loved the song, but he couldn't cut it at that particular time. But he called us up and he said, "Guys, if you'll hold that song for me until I do my next album," he said, "I promise you I'll cut it."
Uh-huh.
So luckily we did, and it came out on the No Fences album, which ultimately, through all venues and everything else, sold about 26 million records.
Wow.
And we were just very, very fortunate with that. And Wild Horses, by virtue of being on that particular album, was already a hit song just by being on the album without it even being a single. And 10 years after the album came out, it wasn't a single during that time, but 10 years after the album came out, Kent Blasey, who's a good friend of mine and has written a lot of Garth hits, called me up and said, "David, congratulations on your new single." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "Well, Garth decided he's putting out Wild Horses as his next single." And this is 10 years after the fact.
Wow.
And so after I called Bill and we did our happy dance and everything, it was a big old happy dance too.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, we had. He released it as a single, and it went all the way to number 7. It was already a hit before it came out as a single. But
that sounds like Garth, doesn't it? I'm going to step away from country music for about 10 years, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to win Entertainer of the Year at the CMAs.
Isn't that crazy?
And that's exactly him. I was telling you off the air, he was here last year in the last couple of days of September and the first few days of October. He did 3 shows down here at the Timber Ridge PBR Rodeo Arena that Johnny Morris, who owns Bass Pro Shops, built, and puts on a heck of a show. We know that. I seen him years ago. I believe it was on HBO or Showtime, one of those, when he was performing in Central Park, and he just absolutely phenomenal on. And people have for years now tried to pattern doing shows kind of like Garth Brooks. I mean, it's not a show; it's an event.
Yeah, I think Garth really started the big Rolling Stones type excited event where you run around on stage and you have all this excitement going on. He's swinging from the rafters and all that.
Yeah.
Garth watched a lot of that, and he incorporated a lot of that into his shows.
Yep.
And so now you see that it's commonplace for just about every country artist now.
It is. It's fun to watch and also fun to listen to. Well, Garth's not the only one. You have penned songs for the king of country music, Mr. George Strait, with 60 number ones. My good buddy, Mr. John Schneider, I just interviewed him about 2.5-3 months ago. He's awesome.
Really?
Yep. He was here in Branson doing some shows with Johnny Lee. And so we talked about that in his new movie, To Die For. If you haven't seen that, it is To Die For. It's a great movie. So go check.
Yeah, John's a great guy.
Oh,
great guy.
Go check that out.
My song on him was the number one song. You're the last thing I needed tonight.
Wow, that is awesome. I'm working with his publicist, Barry Rogers, right now currently, and he's sending me a lot of good artists, John Schneider included. You've written for Keith Whitley, John Michael Montgomery, Patty Loveless, Janie Fricke, Sawyer Brown, and it just goes on and on, man. That is awesome.
Well, we've been very fortunate. When I got off the road in 1986, I was touring with Charlie Pride, and I was Charlie Pride's opening act for 2 years, and we were coming back from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we were going to land at Dallas Love Field, and we're still at 7,000 feet in the air, and we got hit by another airplane, and a mid-air collision, and we're the ones that made it out of the sky. The other ones did not survive, sadly.
Wow.
But after that, I started having quite a bit of success as a songwriter, and so I just decided to get off the road and do that. And there's not anything much more fun than just being a full-time songwriter, because I don't know, it's just like getting with your friends every day and creating something new every day, and it's just a whole lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I say it all the time on this program. That is such a super talent. A talent I don't have, but definitely a God-given talent. And when you can do that and make a living doing it, boy, there's nothing better. Now, also I'm reading that your mom is the one that basically taught you how to play guitar. She got you at a guitar at a young age and taught you how to play. Kind of tell us about that and your upbringing in music.
Well, my mother's name was Roberta, and she played music. A matter of fact, when she was young, she lived in Pulaski, Tennessee, and that's where she met my dad. My dad got off on leave from the Army and came to Pulaski and met my mom, and first thing he saw her was she was sitting under a tree playing the guitar for a bunch of people and singing. And she wrote a whole lot of songs. My mother was a really great singer and a great songwriter as well, too. But when we were all children, I had an interest in music and guitar and all that, and so we had a little thing on Pulaski called Swap and Shop. People would get on there and tell I got a chicken for sale, or I got a so and so for sale, and she bought me a guitar for $9 and a little harmony guitar or a K guitar. I can't really remember, but it was really hard to play. But she taught me, the essential major chords and how to play them and everything, and she was very instrumental in. She was my biggest fan, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, you've got the deep baritone voice that we absolutely love in the world of country music, and when I heard yours, I was hooked on the music, and unfortunately, fortunately, we got 3 songs to do this show tonight, but unfortunately, that's all we have, and I know there's more coming, so we'll get some more music from you, but at what point did you say, I think I want to try to sing and try to do something, that to put myself out there, not just as a songwriter, but also as an artist?
You mean the second time?
Yeah, the second time, huh? Yeah, that too.
This guy, Wesley Fricks, who's my manager now, Wesley called me up out of the blue 2 years ago. And he said, I played a club down in Athens, Georgia called the J&J Center, and the owner of that club's name was Jerry Farmer. And they were honoring Jerry Farmer in right outside of Athens they were doing an honor thing for him, and the mayor came and all that, and put on a concert, and a lot of people showed up, and Wesley asked me to come up and sing some songs, and I did. My wife and I drove down there, and I basically just got up on the stage with my guitar, and I just sang, by myself, and then I got up with the band, and I performed. There's a song on the jukebox. It was the last song of the evening there and everything, and to make a long story short, I was talking to Wesley, and I said, man, you boys down here ought to get together some scratch and see if we can't go in the studio and record some songs. I've got a whole lot of ideas, and I got a lot of original material here to do that. Well, a year went by, and then he called me up, and he says, okay, I'm ready to go. And so I said, okay, well, here we go then. So I booked the studio when we went and recorded 22 songs in 5 days.
Wow. And
that was just the recording part. Then we had overdubs and my vocals and the whole 9 yards and all that. But we did 2 albums worth of material, and it's just it was beyond my wildest dreams. It came out just great.
Wow, that is awesome. Now, that you said 2 albums of material. Now that makes me think of this question, because I talk to so many artists that are songwriters that have a lot of songs that they've written that they haven't recorded yet. So is that true of you, been doing this as long as you have? Do you still have a bunch of songs in your library that you have not recorded that you would like to one day, or that there's something in the works that you plan to real soon?
Well, I have a bunch of songs that I've squirreled away over the years and everything, and just like a lot of performers and songwriters have. And on my new album that's fixing to come out end of June or middle of June, it's all brand new original material that nobody's ever heard before.
Wow.
And so I'm really excited about that. And so when that was done, we'll see what happens, and I may go in and do a 3rd album. I've got enough songs to do that, plus another one.
Man, that is so good. That excites me, because the way this program works, and I've said this before on the radio, I'm not looking for artists with big names, big followers, whatever. I look for good music, and I get a lot of it on my YouTube feed, because I have a TV channel for country music videos as well called ICTV. So I listen to the vocals, and I see who the artist is, and I reach out to him. Well, fortunately, Wesley Fricks reached out to me with you. But that's exactly the way it works. I'm about putting good music on the radio, and you've been doing this a long time, and you've done just about everything there is to do in the world of country music, but you're still doing what you love, and I'm still loving the music, so that's why I'm willing to put it out there. It's all about great music to me.
Well, I appreciate it, Tim. It's come full circle. I started out as an artist. Touring artist and recording artist and all that. And then I went to the songwriter phase for a lot of years. And then when I got this opportunity to go back in and record these albums, I said, well, why not you're still in good health and you're still got it going on. Why don't you just go out there and just do some shows and do the artist thing again? Because I really enjoyed doing that and had a love for it. And so it's just kind of it's a new opportunity for me to get restarted back in doing that part of my career.
Man, I love that too, because I happen to be in Branson, Missouri. They call it the live show capital of the world. There's more theater seats in Branson than there are on Broadway in New York City. So there's a bunch.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a bunch of places to play in this little town of 10,000 people population, but about 8.5 million come through here a year tourist-wise. So
I plan on coming to Branson at some point.
I was just going to ask you. Let's get you to Branson. Have you ever been?
I have not been to Branson, but I tell you what, I just went to Fort Worth, Texas, and taped a show called the Penny Gilley Show. And I don't know if you're familiar with Penny Gilley or not.
I am.
She has her own show, and it airs here where I live every Saturday. And it was taped from a place called Lil Red's Longhorn Saloon, and it is the coolest place you ever saw in your life. And Lil Red's just a mess too. But we went down and taped that show, and it airs April the 21st, I believe it is. And that's where we're going with that.
Hey, that sounds great. If you would love to share that or post any of that, or Wesley, I'm going to tell him, because he's probably listening tonight. We've got a couple of Facebook pages and groups. It's KICR Indie Country Radio is our Facebook page, and then we've got KICR Indie Country Club. So post those links on our Facebook pages, and we'll share that out to the rest of the folks. We got a lot of members in there, so
all right.
they would love to watch that. Yeah,
I'll definitely ask. Wesley to get with you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to see that, and on our ICTV Indie Country Television Facebook page as well, because it's all about videos, and live country music show would be great on that channel as well. We'd love to see that. Well, let's hear some music from you tonight. I'm excited to play the first song out of the 3 that we've got tonight. Before You're Through Hurting Me. This is David Wills. Tell us a little bit about this one.
This is a song that was co-written with Bill Shore, and it is a thoroughly country song that I'm very, very proud of. And let's listen to it and see what you think.
There we go. We'll play it for the folks now. We've got a live chat room going on. You'll get instant feedback on it, and they will tell you if they like it, and I know they're going to like it. He is David Wills right now on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday, Before You're Through Hurting Me.
You won't be satisfied with the tears I've cried till the last one finds the floor. And this heart of mine so broken, it ain't beating anymore. You're so used to using me, girl, I wonder where you would be if I stopped loving you before you're through hurting me. If you woke up tomorrow with me gone and didn't have my pride to walk on, where would you put those pretty feet? Would your heart even skip a beat if I stopped loving you before you're through hurting me? I was so confident you were heaven sent, but it ain't hard to fool a fool when love is just a game you play and you make all the rules. Would you miss the misery? Whose heartache would you be if I stopped loving you before you're through hurting me? If you woke up tomorrow with me gone and didn't have my pride to walk on, where would you put those pretty feet? Would your heart even skip a beat if I stopped loving you before you're through hurting me? If I stop loving you before you're through hurting me.
His name is David Wills. That is Before You're Through Hurting Me. I love a great ballad in the world of country music. Folks that listen to this program know I'm a sucker for ballads, so that's a great one right there. Good job on that, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Love
you.
it. You got the chat room's moving so fast, and we were talking off the air. I'm behind 12 or 13 chats. Great classic country sound, love it. Yeah, we got man. He has some awesome vocals, and I am loving the traditional style. So there's just quick ones that I'm looking at a glance. So you're getting some good rave reviews on your music, my friend.
Good deal, man.
Yeah,
Good deal.
I knew that was going to happen. You want to talk about your brand new album, though, for a little bit. So tell us what's going on with that. Yeah.
Okay, it's called David Wills, the Singer, the Songwriter. And the first two songs are remakes, re-recorded versions of my two top 10 hits I had back when I was when I first started, called There's a Song on the Jukebox, and the other one is From Barrooms to Bedrooms. Mm-hmm. Now, these are completely re-recorded songs, and they're modernized, updated, but they still are pretty much the same as they were, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the songs on the album are songs that I was at least co-writer on every one of them, but there are hits that I've had on that I've written for other artists, like If You're Thinking You Want a Stranger on George Strait, You Know the Last Thing I Needed Tonight on John Snyder, Leona on Sawyer Brown, Wild Horses on Garth Brooks, Charlottesville, North Carolina on Keith Whitley, Line on Love, John Michael Montgomery, and I had others, but I didn't have enough room to include them on this album. But those right there constitute the singer, the songwriter idea of it.
Wow. That is awesome stuff, man. So congratulations on that, and we'll be definitely promoting that for you on all of our Facebook groups and pages. And Wesley, just feel free to send me whatever you want to, and we'll blast it out there to all of our social media, man. And it has been a pleasure to have you on tonight.
Well, thank you. You know, people go to davidwillsmusic.com, davidwillsmusic.com, and pick up this album. And I think everybody will really enjoy it.
Oh, I absolutely believe that. That was going to be my next question, is where they can reach you on social media. I've been looking at your website the whole time, but I really love at the bottom of it, Wesley says a true statement here. He says, I've never met a more talented singer-songwriter in my life. And so you got big props from him, and I would have to agree with him. So you're fantastically talented. Keep doing your thing, and I hope you keep feeling great for a long, long time so you can do what you love.
Brother, I feel like $1 million. I'm ready to go get it, you know.
There you go. Tax-free, right? It's tax season. That's coming up in a few days.
Oh, let's don't even talk about that.
I know, right? From bar rooms to bedrooms. Tell us about this next one.
Oh, my goodness. I was on an airplane with Charlie Rich and my manager, Cy Rosenberg, at the time, and we were flying back from some date. I forgot what it was. But anyway, Cy Rosenberg came back to me. I was sitting there reading a book, and he said, get your guitar out and play me some songs. Play me anything that you're writing right now. And so I got the guitar out, and I said, I'm working on a song called From Barrooms to Bedrooms. And, man, he fell back and clutched his heart like Fred Sanford does, you know. Like, I'm coming to see you, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, my goodness, we're going to make $1 million just on that title. So
one of my favorite shows, and I'm showing my age, too. I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, you've been fantastic to have on the program tonight. Come back anytime, and we've got some more new music from you that we'll be playing when we get it, and I'd love to have you back in a few months. I'm booking now currently for May, and June is wide open, so if you'd love to come back on the program, we would sure love to have you.
Tim, it'd be my pleasure. Just let us know.
Absolutely.
We'd love to come back.
And we'll see if we can't hook you up with a venue in Branson to have you come play for the folks here. They would love your style of country music. That
would be awesome, because that's what I play is country music.
Yep, and that's kind of what helped build this town. You know, Nashville's music city, and country music is big, huge there. But, you know, Roy Clark had a theater here back in the day. Mickey Gilley, we just lost him a little while ago. But there's a lot of great Glenn Campbell had a theater here, so there's a lot of great country music been made in this town as well, and it's still well loved here.
Oh, I'd love to come to Branson. That'd be awesome.
Let's make that happen. We've got David Wills from Bar Rooms to Bedrooms on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
Take a minute and think of what you're doing. You're giving your love to any man. When they tell you they love you, you believe them. But it never works out like you planned. From bar rooms to bedrooms, that's where your love goes. And I know you're unhappy, 'cause woman, it shows. They won't let you be a lady, 'cause everyone knows. From bar rooms to bedrooms, that's where your love goes. You've been looking in all the wrong places for a true love you can't seem to find. But if you just look over your shoulder, you'll see I've been here all the time. From bar rooms to bedrooms, that's where your love goes. And I know you're unhappy, 'cause woman shows. So let me love you, and I'll take you from this life that you know. From bar rooms to bedrooms, I'm taking you home.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Gasoline going up every day. Damn, no pump taking half my pay. Last time I went to the grocery store, bought beans and rice, couldn't afford no more. After Uncle Sam gets his cut, gotta run 2 weeks on 19 bucks. What about the poor boys hanging on to guns and Jesus, working hard in the country that just don't seem to need us? What about the mortgage and feeding our families? What about the good jobs they keep sending overseas? We ain't got a voice, ain't got a choice. All we get is hot air and noise. What about the poor boys out here in the country where it's real? Does anyone give a damn how we feel? Man, if you can't tell me what's going on, I'll be the first to cast that stone. Energy credits won't fill my tank, going green won't pay the bank. What about the poor boys hanging on to guns and Jesus, working hard in a country about the good jobs they keep sending overseas? We ain't got a voice, ain't got a choice. Our way of life is gonna be destroyed. What about the poor boys? What about the poor boys hanging on to guns and Jesus? Lord, it just don't seem to need us. What about the poor boys? What about our families? What about the good jobs? What about our factories? Said, what about the poor boys? Hey, what about us now?
That's how you do it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking off hour number 2 of today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show, David Wills, and a great tune called Poor Boys. I think that's my new anthem song. I can relate to that. We were talking about off the air how we just gassed up our vehicles, and I'll tell you what, it's not fun, ladies and gentlemen, being poor. But I am rich in friends. I got a new one tonight in David Wills, and what a great interview. Go check him out on his website, davidwillsmusic.com, and tell him Tim Kelly sent you. Great songs on the radio tonight. Well, I had this next gentleman on the radio last Friday night in a great interview. He's a good friend of mine now, and his wife Destiny is fantastic as well. He's got a great little family, and there's going to be all of them in a great video that's coming out in just a few days, so be watching for that. It's one of his brand new singles, Jesus and Jesse James. That'll be one of the 3 that we're going to play in this next set. His name is Brandon Davis, and this is called See You In It on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Do you remember that time we were sitting there beneath the porch light on a late night? You were just smiling back at me. The world took the back seat. I was hanging on your every word. Or that night we caught the late show. Your daddy didn't know we were flying down a back road. His F-150 was where I stole your heart in the Georgia dirt. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in town to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this 2-bed, 1-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. Thinking back now, I can still see summer sundress, your hair in a mess. We were everybody's dream, always be 18. Thought we had forever found. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in town to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this 2-bed, 1-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. Yeah. I tried leaving, but every time I try to cross that county line, I find leaving here means leaving you behind. I can see you in this town, and you think I burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in time to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see two-bed, one-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. I see you in it.
Song number 2.
Girl, you don't need another outlaw. Ain't looking for another Jesse James. Don't be fooled by my hat and boots. No, we ain't all the same. We don't all disappear into the sunset. Ain't all gunslanging, saloon door swinging drunks. We ain't all rough cut ramblers out here gambling with love. From the looks of it, I can tell your heart's breaking. Dancing and stress, and you need saving. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're right into the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. I'd walk 1,000 miles across the desert, climb 100 mountains just so I love your biggest ass on the Arizona sky and hold you tight. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're right into the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. Dancing in the stress, and you've been waiting for a hero to go saddle up and save you. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. Ain't built for running, we're right into the storm. Your strength when you feel weak. Come and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, let's get back up on that horse. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for.
His name is Brendan Davis. That's what cowboys are for. That's the first song I ever heard from him when I found him on this cool little app called TikTok. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps you've seen it. I know you've seen it. But he went viral on TikTok and made a lot of cool videos. His wife Destiny told him to keep doing it, and he did. And that led to him getting to open up for Tim McGraw last year on his Summer of 2022 tour. So that was fantastic as well. If you missed our live interview, it is still on our website on the Spreaker radio player. It'll be the second one down after this show is recorded tonight on KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. The third one from Brendan Davis is his brand new single. It is called Jesus and Jesse James, with a video to it soon to be released, and we'll be watching for that as well. Let's play it right now.
I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James, some holy water whiskey running through my veins, working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. Where I come from, it's a Sunday morning steeple. Open up the front door, there's a bunch of good people. On Saturday night, it's the same old folks, throwing back a few beers and lighting up smokes. Ooh, it's in my blood, it's how I was raised up. Ooh, like mama's King James and granddaddy's pistol. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James, some holy water whiskey running through my veins. Working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I'm a saint, I'm a sinner, rolled right into one. I'm a straight shooter till you're at the end of my gun. I'll even say a prayer for you when your time has come. Got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. Well, she walked in, rolling out like thunder. Them river blue eyes ever pulling me under. She saved my soul without even trying. She helps me walk that line right between Jesus and a little Jesse James. Some holy water whiskey running through my veins. Working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I'm a saint, I'm a sinner, rolled right into one. I'm a straight shooter till you're at the end of my gun. I'll even say a prayer for you when your time has come. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. It's in my blood, it's how I was raised up. Ooh, like mama's King James and granddaddy's pistol. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. Some holy water whiskey running through my veins. Working hard to get to heaven, ain't scared to go down in flames. I'm a saint, I'm a sinner, on a right into one. I'm a straight shooter till you're at the end of my gun. I'll even say a prayer for you when your time has come. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James. I got me some Jesus and a little Jesse James.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country. New country.
Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine's. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand. Doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night. One for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase. And we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. Roses.
number 2.
Honey, turn off that TV. I've been waiting on the end of that game. Come sit at the table and I'll pour us a couple drinks. I got something that I gotta say. I'm just not sure how, but there's a few shades of gray we didn't cover when we said those vows. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. No, I haven't met nobody, but lately there's been a few times a stranger has looked at me in a way I kinda like. Now there ain't no motel keys or sneaking around, just temptation that's weighing me down. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. Does it break your heart hearing every word? Do you wish that you would have brought it up first? If that makes you mad, give me your worst. Baby, tell me, does it even hurt knowing I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line. I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about
Her name is Mae Estes. She is my good friend from Hope, Arkansas. And about a month ago, on March the 4th, she got to make her debut performing live at the Grand Ole Opry at the Ryman Auditorium in that circle where all the artists want to be. That is called Thinking About Cheating. We're not cheating you out of country music tonight. 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long on Triple Play Thursday. And before that, another great tune called Roses. The first song I ever heard from Mae Estes when I found her on that great little app called TikTok as well. The third single for Mae Estes is called Your Hands. Go get your hands on it on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on a Triple Play Thursday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. that band, I hope your hand's always holding mine. I felt your hands in the dark, light me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hand's always holding mine. When we got the whole world in the palm of it, when the going gets tough, ain't letting go of it. Yeah, we'll make the most of it. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hand's always holding mine. Holding mine.
Once again, her name is May Estes from Hope, Arkansas. That is called Your Hands, and like I said, I would get your hands on that song. It is fantastic, and congratulations to her for making her debut at the Grand Ole Opry. You can still check her out on TikTok when she does May Day Mondays, is what she calls them, TikTok Live. And so go follow May Estes on TikTok, and you can join the other over 300,000 TikTok followers she has, with me included. Well, we've got another young lady on the radio tonight who is super talented, but she happens to be from a little farther north. She is up in Canada, and her name is Brooklyn Blackmore. Welcome to the program tonight.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
Thank you for doing the program. I appreciate it, and we want to give a big thank you and shout out to our friend Lauren Tuddy from Lauren Tuddy Promotions, who set this interview up tonight.
She's a rock star.
She is, and she found me, or we found each other, so I'm loving working with her and the artist so far. She sends me some good ones like you.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm looking at your website, and you are a fantastic looking young lady, but your vocals are super talented. You sing like an angel, too, so you got that going on for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us your start in the world of music and country music. How early? I don't see it on your bio, so a lot of times folks start pretty young like yourself. So tell us about how early you started getting interested in music, or maybe doing something with it.
Yeah, you're very right about it being a very young age that I started. What actually got me inspired in music was the fiddle. I don't know if you've ever heard of Natalie McMaster, but she's a really well-known fiddle out here on the east coast of Canada.
Uh-huh.
So when I was about 3 years old, I was watching breakfast television on CTV with my mom, and Natalie McMaster was a guest on the show that day, and she came out and she played her fiddle. And little 3-year-old Brooklyn thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I asked my parents to get me a fiddle. So that year for Christmas, they gave me this little toy fiddle. And I said, I don't want a toy, I want a real one. So they got me a real one for my 4th birthday, and I started with the fiddle. I picked up the piano a couple years later, and honestly, singing and guitar kind of came out more recently.
Mm-hmm.
I like to sing a lot when I was home alone, but I never thought that I'd be singing in front of people. So one day, I think maybe I was like 12 or 13, I was singing when I was home alone, and my parents came in and they heard me, and I was mortified.
Yeah.
But they said, you're great, I think you should do something with it. And I fought with them for quite a while about it because I was really nervous. Wow. But they had encouraged me to enter a talent search. So I did the Global Country Star Search here in Halifax in, I think, 2016. And I got to go up and sing a couple songs for the judges. And I ended up winning that. So that's essentially what launched me into country music, because the prize for that was a trip to the CCMAs and also a trip to Nashville and Pigeon Forge to compete internationally.
How about that? That is awesome. You know, I've done this this radio program for 10 years, and I have done hundreds of interviews with young folks like yourself, and I know for a fact when mom and dad believe in you, they will promote you till there's no end, and until there's their end.
They still
do. And that is a great thing. You know, when you have your family supporting you and wanting you to do country music, you know, and it maybe becomes a thing at a point in time where you have to want to do it, but when they see the talent, man, that's great to me, because I've been doing this, like I said, for 10 years, and I hear a lot of talent, but I love it when I hear the young ones say that their mom and dad is right behind them. That's awesome.
They've supported me every step of the way, so I'm so thankful for that.
That is so cool.
And I'm thankful that they did push me originally, because I love what I do now.
Yeah.
And I can't picture myself doing anything else.
Absolutely. See, there you go. And you just came off of a gig tonight, so I appreciate you for, taking the time to do this program. So thank you very much for that.
Yes, absolutely. No problem.
Yeah. And your musical influences, now I'm kind of showing my age here, and I'm not young like you, but you said that you have an old school kind of mystical style of Stevie Nicks. Now, my very first 8-track tape in my car was Fleetwood Mac, Book of Dreams. And, of course, Stevie Nicks has been a member of Fleetwood Mac ever since I can remember. So that is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But also modern...
Stevie Nicks is my idol.
Yeah,
She's so cool.
love her. And also modern artists like Miley Cyrus. So that's good stuff. Boy, she's got the vocals, don't she?
Oh, yeah. She's one of my all-time favorite artists. And I do get quite a few people telling me that I sound a little bit like her, so I love that.
That is awesome. Yep, you got that gravel.
Yeah, I won't turn that down.
Yeah, you got that little bit of gravel in your voice. I can tell. I love it.
Yeah.
So, you got to, did you say attend the CCMAs, the Canadian Country Music Association Awards?
Yeah, I got to attend as a delegate, and I absolutely fell in love with the atmosphere. It's just like a big family gathering every year, so I've been going ever since.
That is awesome. We play a gentleman, I've interviewed him twice. His name's Gord Bamford. You've probably heard of him.
Oh, I've definitely heard of him.
Yeah, 26th time, I believe, Canadian Country Music Association Award winner, 3-time Male Vocalist of the Year that I know of. He may be have won some more awards since I've got those stats, but he is certainly fantastic.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and you got great guys like Jade Eagleson. Haven't interviewed him, but I do play his music. We got Arlene Quinn, really good friend of mine. I've interviewed her several times. Super talent up there in Canada.
You got all the Canadian talent.
Yep, absolutely. And this station, this program is actually huge in Canada. I look at the stats religiously all the time, and we are still blowing it up there in Canada. A group called One Ugly Cowboy. I play them out of Toronto. I was the first DJ to ever put them on the radio, and I've interviewed them now 6 times. So we got a great relationship. I love their stuff too.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, you got some great musical influences. Now, tell me, when you go out and perform a show, is it a full band show? Have you put that together since you got going in country music?
I do have a full band, but I do a lot of my things as solo and duo as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love when I get to bring my band out and just do a full-out show.
That's awesome.
I have one coming up in June, so I'm really excited for that.
That is good stuff. We're going to play your latest, one of your latest singles. It's called Paint the Sky. You actually had this one collaborated with an Alberta artist by the name of Doug Fulkins writing the song, and then it was co-produced by somebody who won a Grammy, Matt McClure.
Yeah.
So
exactly, you did your homework.
you got some good stuff there, young lady, and you know, I say that all the time on this program. When you have good people in your corner like that, great things happen.
Exactly. I have a fantastic team. I'm so thankful for them.
And let's give a big shout out, because I don't know if you do come to Nashville and record your music, but the recording studio that you used.
Yeah, it was in Nashville, actually.
Okay.
So Matt McClure's studio called Bow to Stern. It was in Franklin, Tennessee.
There you go.
So I went down last March for a trip, and we recorded all the tracks.
Yep. There you go. Hey, I missed another Canadian friend. I just saw our chat room, and Kelsey, who listens to this program religiously from Maryland, reminded me Alicia Eichel. Do you know her?
No, I've never heard the name.
You will have to check her out. She is fantastic as well. So yeah, and great artist.
I will for sure.
Yeah. So tell us now, do you have any brothers and sisters, and if so, are they any of them musically inclined like yourself?
I do have an older sister. She can play the radio.
Hey, that's my deal right there.
I'm pretty much the only musical person in my family. I know my great-great-grandfather played the fiddle in the past, but that's about the only tie that I have.
Well, okay. So let me ask you this question: what kind of music did you listen to growing up on the radio? Some of the artists that we might know. Now we mentioned Stevie Nicks and Miley Cyrus, but is there anybody specifically, maybe in country music, that you kind of listened to on the radio and said, "Hey, I think I want to do this for a living"? Maybe.
Honestly, I wasn't really into the country world a whole lot growing up. I mean, my parents were really big fans of like classic rock, so that's why Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac is such an influence for me.
Mm-hmm.
Country really kind of came into my life more recently, but I'm in love with it now. I love the new country. I love Miss Shania Twain. I'm going to see her in June, so I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's just so many artists that I look up to.
Yeah, and you can hear it in your music too. I've listened to your music, and that is awesome because there's a lot of country and rock and mixed in there together. Country's now a multi-genre, and you probably already know this. There's pop country, there's outlaw country, there's red dirt country down here where we live in the state of Texas. That kind of got started down there. So there's just all kinds of different genres within country music. So it draws...
Yeah, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, it draws influences from everywhere. But the biggest thing that I love about it, and the reason that I love doing these interviews, is because of the great stories that it tells. And I'm sure you'll agree with that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So that brings up this thing that we call songwriting, and a lot of our artists that we have on the program, most of them write their own material. Is that true of you as well?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. And
I do a lot of co-writes, but
yeah.
I like to be involved in all the songs.
How did that kind of start for you, and did you realize that you had that talent, or is it something that you worked hard to develop?
It's still a work in progress, honestly. It wasn't really something that came naturally to me. I first started writing when I was in college. I took a music arts program, and that's when it was first introduced to me. So I sat down with my vocal coach, and we did something what she calls a power hour.
Uh-huh.
So we came up with a title, and then we would put on a timer, and we had to finish the song in 1 hour.
Wow.
So that was the first time I ever wrote a song, and it was kind of intense. But we came up with a pretty nice song. It's called Quit You. You can find that on all my platforms.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, after that, I've been learning lots of different techniques on how to write, and Zoom has been a really good tool for co-writing. I get to write with people all across the country, so I love that. But yeah, it's still very much a work in progress.
We've got a bunch of those kind of folks listening into this program. They co-write together. I'm friends with a bunch of them, and they pitch me great music all the time. And they use some demo singers and some great ones that I play, for instance, like Michael Lusk, and we just became friends on social media here this last week, and I've interviewed him on this program as well. But so yeah, if you're out there listening and you want to do some of these Zoom co-writes with a talented young lady named Brooklyn Blackmore, check her out, and we'll give you her socials here in just a little bit. Super good stuff.
Yes, hit me up. Let's collaborate.
Yes, and now I like how you mentioned you called it a power hour. I have actually said this on the radio before. You know, when they go to these writers' rounds like they do in Nashville, you know, there's several people getting together, and the purpose is to put a product out at the end of that writer's round. And it could be 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know how long they are. But I like what you said in a power hour. You know, you really, the pressure's on to put out something, but that's where it happens sometimes when the magic happens, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I
totally agree.
I like that. You know, it's kind of reminds me of flipping upside down the hourglass, you know, with the sand in it, and let's get this thing done.
Exactly.
But
having that kind of time limit, it really puts your mind in let's go.
Yep. Now, I'm sure you're like many artists, too, and you've had songs that, you thought were going to do well, but maybe they didn't do as good as you thought, and then others you like, oh, I don't know that this is going to do that great, and then the fans just absolutely love it. I hear artists tell me that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But
completely.
And one of the coolest things, and I'm sure you'll agree with, and you just came off of a show tonight, is that when the fans out there in front of you know your original music and they're singing along to that, that's got to feel good, huh?
That's the most special feeling, yeah.
Yeah. So, and speaking of singing along to your songs, now, what are some of your favorite cover songs to do in your shows that we could expect?
Miley Cyrus is at the top, honestly. I love Miley Cyrus. I've been playing her new song, Flowers, a lot.
Uh-huh.
So that's a great one.
Okay. I love it. Yeah, my daughter, and this again showing my age, watched her, and I grew up, not grew up, she did. She grew up watching Hannah Montana when she was on the Disney Channel.
Oh, me too.
And you too, okay.
I loved Hannah Montana.
You guys might be about the same age.
That's what started my love for Miley, honestly.
Yep, that is. And and I say this too a lot about country music. A lot of good acting comes out of it. There's been movies made from a country music song. Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, they've all done acting and had flourishing acting careers because of country music. So, any aspirations for Brooklyn Blackmore to maybe do something in the acting world?
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Acting's not my forte, but I wouldn't turn it down.
I like that, and that was in your Miley Cyrus voice too. that was awesome.
Oh, she snuck out of me.
Yes, I love it. But now you have made some videos. I believe we got one of your songs on our video channel. We've got ICTV, Indie Country Television, a few years ago, and I've been doing this program radio-wise for 10 years, but about 3 or 4 years ago, I thought, I want to do something video-wise for the artists like CMT here in the United States, and I think you've got some kind of Canadian country television probably up there that does country videos, but so we started ICTV, which is Indie Country Television. So, if you make any more videos, be sure to shoot over those links, and we'll sure put them on the TV channel.
I definitely will. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Let's talk about this first song that you got that we're going to play tonight. It is called Paint the Sky.
Yes. So, like you said, I co-wrote this song with Doug Folkens. He's from Vancouver Island, and we did it all over Zoom. Mm-hmm. And when we first planned this I'm working towards an EP right now, so this is going to be one of the songs that's going to be on the album. Okay. So I let him know, I kind of want an upbeat summer song, good feeling kind of song. So Doug brought in the title Paint the Sky and kind of the concept for me, and it's all about two young loves just trying to live their life out loud and make this one night so special that they'll remember it forever. Uh-huh. So instead of painting the town, they're painting the whole sky. Wow,
I love that. Paint the Sky. Well, let's play it for the folks now. We got a live chat room going on. We'll get you some good instant feedback on the song. Her name is Brooklyn Blackmore. Paint the Sky on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on a triple play Thursday.
Red roses on the dashboard, radio bumping in your old Ford F-150, speeding us out of town. Flying out them windows, shotgun riding. That's how we roll, bonfire burning bright as the sun goes down. Put this moment on a canvas and keep it forever somehow. Light it up, fall in love, what a feeling. watching the sparks shoot high. It's a masterpiece we'll keep for the rest of our lives. Light it up, fall in love, what a feeling. Summer nights, small town highs, just 18 and too young to worry about tomorrow, but we'll get it right. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Every star fills the dark like a candle, shining gold, hand to hold down a back road. The morning fades the memory, but not this time. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Light it up, fall in love, what a feeling. Summer nights, small town highs, just 18 and too young to worry about tomorrow, but we'll get it right. Every star fills the dark like a candle, shining gold, hand to hold down a back road. The morning fades the memory, but not this time. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky. Yeah. Tonight we're gonna paint the sky.
That is called Paint the Sky. Her name is Brooklyn Blackmore tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, and absolutely love that song, and we've got some good feedback for you in the song as well. She has pretty vocals, and Kelsey says, I'm painting the sky yellow. That's my favorite color.
That's one of my favorite colors too.
There you go. Hey, you and Kelsey got that going for you. I love red. That's my favorite color. But
Red?
Yep.
That's a good color too.
Oh yeah.
Mine are yellow and purple.
That is awesome. And so there's a question. There's a question I wasn't even planning on asking you, and we got the answer to.
Now you know my favorite color.
Let's ask you this now. Kelsey loves to cook chicken noodle soup and homemade, and she's always posting pictures of it on social media and everything. What's your favorite food? We never get enough food
I
talking.
love pasta.
Pasta. We
Like
get
any kind of pasta.
we get along just fine. There's
like mac and cheese, fettuccine alfredo, lasagna, all of that. I love pasta.
Okay, I'm getting hungry now. Yeah, there's always
Me
food.
too.
There's always food talk in our chat room. It's like the Food Network #2 over here. So we got pasta
Gotta love
going
that.
on. Absolutely. I'll have my wife start boiling some right now for the show when the show's over tonight. That sounds good.
A little snack when you're done.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, man, it has been fantastic talking to you tonight. I don't know.
Yes, likewise.
Yeah, I'm running out of questions to ask you, but I do know of one that I always ask the young artists like yourself who probably haven't done that dream gig yet. So let me ask you this, Brooklyn Blackmore. What is your dream gig? Any artist that you could either open for on stage or maybe call up there to do a duet with you? Who might be some names that we might know?
Well, Miley would obviously be a top because she's my favorite.
Yep.
But I would love to play a gig with Shania Twain, like open up for her.
Mhm.
That would be a dream.
That would be awesome.
I actually did get to hit kind of one of my bucket list concerts last year. I got to play Cavendish Beach Music Festival up here.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of a big country festival we have in the Maritimes, and I got to play on the Emerging Artist stage. So that was very exciting. So next is the main stage.
There you go. Absolutely. And, Branson, Missouri, I don't know if you've ever been here. Now, you said you do come to Nashville to record, but I'm in what they call the live show capital of the world. They have a lot of theater seats here in Branson. And so if you ever if you ever get down this way to the middle of the country in Branson, Missouri, we would love to have you as well. And I can definitely hook Lauren up with the information that you can send a few MP3s over, and maybe they'll book you in a show here.
That'd be awesome.
So
I'll put that on my bucket list. Hit up Missouri.
Yeah. Do you do much?
I've never been there.
Do you do much traveling and shows in the U.S.?
No, not a whole lot, honestly. I would love to do more, but the most that I've done so far was my trip last year down to Nashville. I got to do a couple shows on Broadway, which was really cool. and then I got to do a writer's round at the Commodore Grill. So that was kind of my first time, like, putting my foot in the door in Nashville.
Right. Okay. Well, we've got some.
So I definitely want to go back and try to play some more.
Oh yeah, we would. They would love you here. I absolutely. So much talent. But we've got a little bit of time. I want to ask you about this next song, and then your third one is your latest single currently out to radio. So tell us about Missing You. This is the second one of the triple play tonight.
Yes, so Missing the Moon was another COVID song that I wrote. We did this one over Zoom again. If you've ever heard of Aaron Goodvin, he's now currently living in Nashville, but he is originally an Alberta artist. Mm-hmm. And I also wrote it with Brent Baxter. So Brent actually brought this title in for the session that we were doing, and we kind of riffed off like what kind of vibe we wanted it and what the storyline was. And at the time when we wrote it, I was really into pop music. So Dua Lipa's new album came out at the time, and I was really feeling that. So I kind of wanted to bring the more poppier feel from that influence into this song. So that's why you kind of hear some of those like more pop rhythms in the chorus and stuff. But yeah, this song's kind of another love song. It kind of tells the story of two friends, a girl and a guy, and the guy is hung up on another girl, but the girl has feelings for this guy. And basically it's from her perspective, kind of like, what are you doing? Like, the best love you could have is right in front of you this whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Missing the Moon is about.
Man, I love it. There's the story behind the song. Missing the Moon on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio. Brooklyn Blackmore on Triple Play Thursday.
You never been to the country. I said let's take a ride. You said you never would have done this if she was by your side. And you keep going on about wondering what she's doing now. Does it even cross your mind? Stars are falling left and right, and that could be us tonight. So I send a wish, drop a hint. This could be it, but you don't have a clue. There's a million signs way up high. Just look at this view. This night couldn't be more perfect. Look, I'm right in front of you. You've got a whole sky full of stars, but here you are, just missing the moon. Missing the moon. Missing the moon. I'm always giving you a shoulder. She's always saying goodbye. Well, can't you admit that it's over? Let us have our time to shine. 'Cause you keep going on about hoping you can work it out. Does it even cross your mind? Stars are falling left and right, and that could be us tonight. So I send a wish, drop a hint. This could be it, but you don't have a clue. There's a million signs way up high. Just look at this view. This night couldn't be more perfect. Look, I'm right in front of you. You've got a whole sky full of stars, but here you are, just missing the moon. Missing the moon. Missing the moon. This night couldn't be more perfect. Look, I'm right in front of you. You've got a whole sky full of stars, but here you are, just missing the moon. Wanna shake you till you wake up, till you finally see the truth. It's us that's written in the stars, but here you are, just missing the moon. Missing the moon. Missing the moon. Missing the moon.
Once again, her name is Brooklyn Blackmore. That is called Missing the Moon, and that is another great song. And yeah, you definitely hear the pop influences in there, and I love some good pop country myself. And there's a young lady you probably know of her. She had a good run in country music for about 10 or 12 years, and then she went pop by the name of Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, we love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, tough to get tickets to go see her, though, isn't it?
gosh, Ticketmaster is like criminal.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
oh, it's a sin.
Definitely some good stuff right there. Well, we have had a blast talking tonight with you on the radio, and I want to thank again Lauren Tutty for setting up this interview and for you taking the time out to do it. And, man, we'd love to have you come back on the program. And you spoke about summer. It's getting close, just a few months away. If you'd like to come back in a couple of months, I'd sure love to have you back on.
I would love that. Thank you, Tim.
That would be awesome. Where can folks find you on social media if they want to check you out? I've been looking at your website all show long, but I'll let you tell it.
So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Brooklyn Blackmore. I'm on Twitter under B Blackmore Music, and I'm also on TikTok under Brooklyn Blackmore. And I would love it if you checked out all my streaming platforms. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, anything like that.
Awesome. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe your next song, your latest single, has a video to it, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
And it is on our...
And it's currently out on YouTube.
Yep, it is on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. Great minds drink alike. Now, for a young lady like yourself, how did this song come about?
So this is another Zoom song that I wrote with Aaron Goodvin and Brent Baxter, and this time this was actually a title that I brought into the session. Originally, when I brought the title, I was kind of thinking that it was going to turn out to be like a party drinking song.
Yep.
But then when I told them the title, we kind of had the hamster ball going up in our brains, and we came up with I think, an even cooler concept. So it really tells a story about someone who's trying to drink away a breakup alone in a bar. But while they're there, they meet somebody who's doing the exact same thing, and they hit it off. Yeah. So great minds drink alike.
That is awesome. I love it. And that was the first song I heard, actually, was your brand new one, and saw the video to it. And then Lauren found out I had a TV channel, and she's been sending me more good stuff like that, too. So, and isn't the process of making a video fun? And a lot of work, too, at the same time.
Oh, it's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
it really is.
Where did you shoot it? In Nova Scotia, where you live, or?
Yeah, we shot it all in Nova Scotia, in Halifax. So, all the bar scenes were at a place called Good Robot Brewing Company, and the performance shots were at Monty's Show Bar and Grill.
That is awesome. Well, it's super well done, and congratulations on that and the song. We're going to keep blasting it out there on the airwaves for you. I'm back on tomorrow night. I'll put you on my playlist for tomorrow night. We'll give it another spin. How's that sound on New Music Friday?
That sounds perfect. Thank you, Tim.
We'll definitely do it. Brooklyn Blackmore, thank you for a great radio interview, and we will see you on the radio, as we say around here.
Oh, yeah, we'll be seeing you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. This is called Great Minds Drink Alike from Brooklyn Blackmore on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
I overheard you saying things like bar stools are made for moving on when a good thing's gone. That sounds a lot like me, what I needed when I walked in tonight. Now here we are side by side, talking about the hell we're going through. Him and her, and me and you with your small batch whiskey, me with my bourbon on ice. We both know top shelf won't help us, but it sure beats going home alone tonight. Same bar, same buzz, same reason, same thoughts, hell we don't need them. Look at us leaving them behind. I guess great minds drink alike. We saw the clock, we both laughed. There's no need to be in a rush. No one's waiting up for me and you with your small batch whiskey, me with my bourbon on ice. We both know top shelf won't help us, but it sure beats going home alone tonight. Same bar, same buzz, same reason, same thoughts, hell we don't need them. Look at us leaving them behind. it sure beats going home alone tonight. Same bar, same bus, same reason, same thoughts, hell, we don't need 'em. Look at us leaving them behind. I guess great minds drink alike. I guess great minds drink alike.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her, she got that glow around her. It's been folded, but every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off, her name's in a heart at the bottom. There's a tear stain down the middle, where I've cried a little. Over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. Now she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet, because she might be in this Polaroid, she ain't in the picture anymore. Yeah, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
Song number 2.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk.
It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, sipping and swaying and singing. Girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk. Oh, in a honky-tonk. In a honky-tonk.
His name is Randall King. He is from the great state of Texas. That is called You in a Honky Tonk. And before that, In the Picture. Well, picture this. Hour number 3 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, is live on the air right now. Live on our website, KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com, and live from the live show capital of the world in Branson, Missouri. We just had a great radio interview with Brooklyn Blackmore. She is fantastic, a great artist from Canada, and she's been to the U.S. a time or two making her magic and recording music in Nashville. We are going to work hard to try to get her here in Branson and perform for all the folks that love country music here as well. Fantastic artist, fantastic interview. Go check her out on her website. It is brooklynblackmore.ca since she is from Canada. So go check her out. Awesome, awesome artist, and tell her I sent you as well. One more from Randall King to complete the triple play is a fan favorite around here. You can check out the video to the song on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country TV, powered by Strim. It is called Hey Moon from Randall King on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Hey moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us as she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey moon,
try. Yeah, yeah.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country. New country.
New country.
New country.
I woke up this morning with a pain in my head. That old Jack Daniels had done got me again. Like the sun through my curtain, the hurting starts creeping back in. So I stumble to the sink, splash some water on my face. But it ain't enough, girl, to wash you away. When the nighttime comes, I'll be back in that bottle again. 'Cause it's worth a shot to get over you. I won't fill your prison after just 1 or 2. Maybe I'll move on, I'll find someone new. But who am I kidding, girl? She ain't gonna be you. And I know that this whiskey won't bring you back to me, but for a moment it'll make this pain stop. That's worth a shot. That's worth a shot. All my friends ask me what's taking so long. You gotta realize, man, she's long gone. She ain't coming back. She ain't gonna walk through your door. No, but I ain't trying to hear that. Bartender, pour me one more. 'Cause it's worth a shot to get over you. I won't fill your prisons after just 1 or 2. Maybe I'll move on, I'll find someone new. But who am I kidding, girl? She'll never be you. And I know that this whiskey will bring you back to me, but for a moment it'll make this pain stop. Girl, and that's worth the shot. That's worth a shot. I'll keep drinking alone at a table for 2, wishing I wasn't drunk and still loving you. I'm all out of options. We ran out of time. You found your new love. Maybe I found my heart, and that's worth a shot to get over you. I won't feel your presence after just 1 or 2. Maybe I'll move on, find someone new. But who am I kidding, girl? She'll never be you. And I know that this whiskey won't bring you back to me, but for a moment it'll make this pain stop. That's worth a shot. That's worth a shot. Yeah, that's worth a shot. Girl, that's worth another shot.
Song number 2.
It ain't easy falling in love. Well, my heart's been broken too many times, girl, enough's enough. So I go out till gonna kill this buzz. Then you walk in, and the world stops turning. My heart starts burning again. It's irresistible when you whisper, baby, how you been? And I'm caught up like a feather in the wind. Here I go again. Get you another drink. Let's keep on pouring that one more glass of wine. Well, I try to resist. Your muscadine kisses get me every time. One more sip, your name on my lips, playing with my mind when you walk in, and the world stops turning. My heart starts burning again. It's irresistible when you whisper, baby, how you been? And I'm caught up like a feather in the wind. And I tell myself all love is through. Oh, I know I'm a junkie hooked on you. If love is a game, there ain't no chance I'm gonna win. But here I go again. Tell myself all love is through. Oh, I know I'm a junkie hooked on you. If love is a game, there ain't no chance I'm gonna win. But here I go again. Here I go again.
Trey Calloway. That is called When You Walk In. And before that, another great song from Trey. And he's got it going on. I'll tell you what, we got an upcoming live radio interview as well. You can check out the full live interview schedule on our website, KICR IndieCountryRadio.com, right at the bottom of the homepage, Mr. Trey Calloway. The third single in the triple play is his latest one. It is called Drip. On today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
My granddaddy's granddaddy was a Carolina son, born to a preacher man and born to hold a gun. Alcohol was outlawed when he came home from war. Money hard to come by, so he turned to